I knew something was terribly wrong the moment I stepped outside and saw 3 men in reflective vests standing on my porch, measuring tape stretched across the wooden rail like they were sizing it up for demolition. And the strangest part? I don't even live inside the HOA's jurisdiction, but that didn't stop them from acting like my home was already theirs. It was mid-morning, sun bright enough to cast long shadows across my rural property, when the HOA president strutted up my driveway. Neon pink blouse, designer sunglasses, and a stack of papers she slapped into my hands before I could even speak. "Your porch violates architectural harmony," she said, like that explained everything. "We'll be sending a removal crew by the end of the week." My jaw clenched. This porch wasn't just a porch. It was the last thing my father and I built together before he passed. And I wasn't letting anyone tear it down because some HOA queen decided it didn't match her subdivision's visual theme. I told her firmly that my house sat on land older than her entire neighborhood, and her HOA rule stopped at the edge of the private road. But she smirked, lifted her sunglasses, and showed me an updated map that conveniently redrew the boundaries. The ink looked fresh, too fresh. That's when I felt it. Something off, something calculated. So instead of arguing, I quietly walked around the side of the house and angled my gaze toward the corner of the porch where my security cameras sat. Because I remembered something. 3 nights earlier, just after sunset, I heard footsteps outside. Soft, quick, deliberate. And that camera catches everything. I went inside, pulled the footage, and nearly dropped my phone. There they were, the same HOA board members, sneaking onto my property with flashlights and clipboards, taking measurements in the dark. Trespassing, plotting, and worst of all, doing something near my boundary marker. Something that didn't look legal. Now I had proof. Real, devastating proof. The next day, in the full heat of midday, I waited on the porch as the removal crew rolled up with their tools and overconfidence. And right behind them, the HOA president hopping out of her SUV like she was about to unveil a victory. But she didn't see who was parked at the edge of my driveway, a county sheriff and a property surveyor. She didn't see the tablet in my hand loaded with security footage. And she definitely didn't expect what happened next. Because what unfolded on that driveway, the confrontation, the exposure, the twist that shut down the HOA's entire plan, that part is where the story gets wild. If you want to watch the full story, check the tagged video below. And if you hate HOAs, then subscribe.